Hi guys, and welcome back to Student Money Hacks. And it has been a while, but I'll be back with weekly uploads as university is starting up again in just a couple of weeks. So make sure you press that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an opportunity to learn something about your personal finances. And today I want to talk about how I personally manage my money, what type of accounts I have and why, and some lessons I've learned along the way on what's good and what's not. So ultimately you can improve the structure of your financial life and therefore improve the efficiency and get more out of your money. Let's start by getting a bird's eye view of what types of accounts I have, and then we'll break it down from there. So I have a standard current account and a savings account that comes along with that, and then I also have a lifetime ISA and also a stocks and shares ISA, and then one credit card alongside all of those, where the majority of my spending happens. All of the money that I earn, spend or save goes through one of these 5 accounts. And for me at the present moment this works really well. It's nice and simple. I know what needs to go where, and I can make my money stretch further by accessing the various different benefits that come attached to all these accounts. So obviously any income earned goes into my current account, so everything starts here, as it probably does for you as well. But there's very little interest and no spending perks that come attached to this account, so I like to minimise what I spend through this account, as there are much better benefits elsewhere. But there are certain things like bills and rent that does have to go through this account. So the savings account, which is with the same provider as the current account I was just talking about, is a cash instant access ISA. And this is essentially an emergency fund. So for anything unexpected, anything that crops up that I need to sort out quickly, I'll use this instant access fund. So again, there is very little interest on this account, but that is the trade-off you have with it being instant access. If you currently have no savings at all, this is what I'd recommend doing first, just building up a bit of an emergency fund. So say if your laptop breaks, you can get that sorted quickly without having an impact on your day-to-day life. So then moving on to my credit card, it's a Amex Everyday Platinum Cashback card. So I have made a video about the benefits that you can access with the credit card. So on this particular card you get 1% cashback on all purchases. So this is where the majority of my spending happens. So all the small things like coffees, grocery shopping, and also big expensive items like a laptop. And by using this card, everything is automatically 1% cheaper. So if you want to know more about that particular card and any other credit card, then make sure you go and check out my other video on the topic. But before I move on, I think it's important to talk about the inherent risks and rewards that come along with having a credit card. Experts are split. Some believe it's the best thing you can do to access the rewards, like the cashback that I talked about, but others think credit is the worst thing and should be avoided at all costs. And I probably lean towards it being a good thing, as you can access those rewards, but at a time when consumer debt is at all-time highs, if you aren't disciplined, it can really impact and effectively ruin a lot of your financial life. So you have to make a promise to yourself when you first open up that card to never ever buy something that you don't have money for. Just set up the account so it pays off the full balance each month automatically. Most people, when they take out a credit card, they use it to purchase things they don't have money for. But that is the absolute worst way to use a credit card, because you'll just build up a debt pile that you can't chip away, and that's going to have a high interest charge to it. So you're going to be paying so much extra for things that you didn't need. And the most simple rule when it comes to personal finance is to save more than you spend. And you can't do that if you're spending money you don't have in the first place. So you've got to be disciplined and know what you're doing when you get a credit card. So then moving on to my Vanguard Stocks and Shares ISA. So this for me is personally a long-term savings project, hence why it's invested in stocks and shares, so you can reap the benefits of compound interest and rising markets over time. And I contribute to this monthly to pound cost average. Vanguard is a trusted investment company and has really low fees and lower than the market average, and that is why I went for it, because over the long term just a small difference in fees has a really large impact on your long-term gains. And all the money in here is invested in low cost globally diverse mutual funds, and that way I'm not trying to beat the market, I'm just trying to capture the gains of the market. So over a long time horizon, say 30 years, you're looking at probably an average return of 7 to 10%. And it takes the complexity out of investing, and it's easy and simple. And when you have some time, it's definitely worthwhile just researching the types of products that Vanguard has to offer and which one is good for you and which ones aren't so good for you. But it's all about the right mindset. You're going to incur short-term losses, but that doesn't take away from what you stand to gain over the long term. And just sticking it out for the long run is so important, and not pulling out your money too early when you get scared. And as I near retirement, my investment strategy will change. It will move more closely to bonds, which are less volatile, but don't worry about all of that stuff. There's plenty of videos on YouTube that you can look at, but just know that if you start investing now, in 30 to 40 years, you'll be sitting on a large cash pile and your future self will thank you. And then I also have a lifetime ISA, which is a government scheme in which they give you a 25% bonus on all deposits up to £4,000, and that is the maximum you can put in each year. So if you were to put in £4,000, they give you a £1,000 bonus, so then you have a total pot of £5,000. And this will be used to purchase a property or get on the property ladder. So if you currently don't own a property and are looking to do so within the next 5 to 10 years, this is definitely a great opportunity for you, and it's effectively free money. And I again have a video on why this is probably a good idea to open up one of these, so make sure you go and check that out. So that's it, that's all of my accounts, and that's how my money flows through various accounts, how I managed to max out on cashback rewards and interest rates and government bonuses. So that's definitely worth looking at, but that is just my personal opinion at the moment. It might not work as well for you, but that was just for reference. So thanks for watching all the way till the end, and next week I'll have a video about the psychology and how your brain works when it comes to saving, so make sure you press that like button and subscribe so you don't miss that video. Thanks for watching, and until next time, I've been Student Money Hacks.